Angelina, you be cool in my temperature. If you call,
say cheese, take a picture. Shaka post, make a see, take a picture.
In the leg book, boah. Why the party there today? Hey mama, hey I have a sip. Secure.
What's up, my people? This is MX Live, of course. We discuss everything on this show, you know, pertaining to entertainment and the industry. Of course, again, I'm your host, Jason LA. We're going to go for a quick commercial break. When we get back, I have my pundits in the studio, as we have every single time. Send us messages, please. Be a part of the conversation at MX24GH. Very simple. And you can tweet at me at JasonEL_A. So let's go to it. I'm going to be right back. Welcome back to the show, guys. Today I'm gonna dive straight into it. I have a podcaster, a director, a playwright, a writer. There's loads of other stuff, but this is what I'm gonna say for now. I have Joe Wackle in the studio. How are you doing, man?
Bro, I'm living.
I got a lot of messages when I told people you're coming on the show. You have a lot of fans. You're really flourishing.
Bro.
As we said off air.
If you insist.
But it's good to have you on.
Bro, Charlie, it's good to see you again, man.
Thank you, man. We haven't linked up for a long time.
For like almost...
Yeah, ages. And I always say, you know, when you see young people thriving in their industry, you know, the consistency, it's always a blessing, you know, because you're like, you grew up with these people and they're doing their thing. And I have another man in the studio. He's a regular on the show, you know, a shower season president. Assistant, vice?
Chrissy is the president.
Chrissy is the president. Okay,
yeah,
I've been in the house, presenter, and everything in between. Yeah. Very good to have you on.
Thank you.
How have you been, man? How's your week been?
Yeah, stressful, you know.
Because you're always out.
Yeah, covering events and all that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's been quite stressful.
Nice
yeah.
one. And the thing is, in reference to Kwesi Arthur's, you know, launch, we're definitely going to discuss it because when we sit here and we talk about we want these artists to do big things, we can't also not support them and discuss the things they have coming up. So very big shout out to Kwesi Arthur. We'll definitely get into that part. And you interviewed some people.
Yeah, I interviewed Kwesi. Ifeoda was there. Kim Promise was there.
I saw the video.
MOG Beat was there. Yeah. Small Girl was there.
I saw the video.
Like, Kwesi did well. I think with pulling people, I think he got everybody there. The entire industry was there, so yeah. Super excited about it.
Okay, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. But guys, again, please send us messages at MX24GH. We want you to be a part of the conversation as much as possible. If there's anything you want us to discuss, you know, I always say when my guests come here, I want them to be as objective as possible. Nothing but honesty. But when it comes to honesty, there's always different perspectives and opinions. That's why we need your voice in everything we're saying, because you are the most important pundit, of course. We're just here to, you know, be the voice of the people. And yesterday, I had a director, producer Ramesh in the studio, and I had Entamoti, and we're talking about the movie industry. And I'm very happy you're here because you see what's going on behind the scenes. You've been on a couple of sets and you know what's going on. And Echo Blankson, a legend in his own right in the movie industry, he recently made a couple of statements, which it's true, or a lot of people say it's true, where he was alluding to the fact that, not even alluding, stating the fact that the movie industry, money is hand to mouth. You know, you can't survive off that money. And even, I saw a couple of statements, just to paraphrase, where he said that for him, he couldn't even buy a car with his movie money. Most of the money he made was from corporate gigs. I just want to start off the conversation like this. Is this going to it might be is this the truth? Let me ask that first. Is it the truth? What he's saying that the movie money is hand to mouth. You can't survive off that money.
I mean, it's not money you can really survive on. It depends on the lifestyle you really want to live. But then I don't think it's money you can really live on as a celebrity.
So when we say you can live on as a celebrity, let's say you want to live a normal lifestyle. Is it possible? When I say normal,
I mean, I don't know what normal lifestyle is. And you know normal lifestyle can never. It's not something that's like really.
Is it lucrative?
Is it lucrative?
Let me use this
I don't think it's lucrative from like from an actor's point of view. I don't think so. From a producer's point of view, I mean, it depends on whoever, or it depends on the kind of producer you talk to. But I just don't think it's money you can really live as a celebrity if you really want to. For how many movies are we making? First of all, how many movies are we making in a year? Secondly, if you make your movies, where are you selling these movies? We have just 2 cinemas here, Silverbird and Global Cinema, and
that's the same thing I said yesterday.
There is another one, Snap Cinema, and we don't have even up to 5 cinemas. So if you make a movie, where are you selling the movies?
Prudent, do you think that this is deterring people? When I say people, I'm talking about investors, I'm talking about producers, I'm talking about young actors and actresses.
I think Koblonson is entitled to his opinion, but respectfully, I disagree with him. I don't think...
You disagree?
Yeah, I disagree. Big time. Man, look at Jackie up here. Look at they were very excited about going to Nigeria and making money in Nigeria. And they can go to Nigeria up and down. According to Jackie Appiah, one of the recent interviews, she was like, when she gets to Nigeria, when she goes for a movie premiere, she gets 3 more scripts.
But that's Nigeria, though.
I'm just saying, our people are able to cross carpet to Nigeria, and that is all the movie industry. They go there, they partner them, they do movies together. So you cannot, and you know, in this current world, you can't do one thing. And of course, it's the same movie that you can leverage to get endorsement deals and all these things.
Why were you making like reference to Nigeria?
I'm not making.
Yeah, because
I'm just asking.
I'm not.
No, you made reference to Nigeria.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So, even in Ghana, it's like, can you make a statement without referencing Nigeria or other parts of the world?
Because the whole system is more together. It's more on the same path, because we see our movie when they blow in Ghana, they blow in Nigeria as well. We see Nigeria
because we don't see.
I don't think when they blow in Ghana, they blow in Nigeria.
It got to a time when Africa was attacked in Nigeria because he was taking role from Emeka Ike and the likes. Come on, it's the same thing.
But it's not in Ghana though. You see, the thing is, we're talking about the Ghana movie industry.
Is it lucrative?
I get what you're saying, that we have these figureheads.
If it's not lucrative, why is Abdul Salam Mumini them still producing movies? That's my question. They've been around for long. They are the people that should be complaining that you can't make a living out of it. Venus Film Production is one of the long.
But Eko Blanks in his own right has been in the movie industry.
Yeah, I'm saying that his opinion. I respect that, but I feel like if this is the problem, then these people should stop shooting. You stop producing movies, but they still keep producing, and we have new actors. Our actors are now getting into the production space, and they're doing it.
I don't think it's ever going to get to the point, Joe Wackle, where everybody says they're not going to produce movies because there's no money in it.
I mean, the whole point is that it's a form of storytelling. I mean, it's a form of art. Yeah. For every time people make movies for different things. Yes, some people make movies for money. Some people, if you like it or not, people make movies for festivals. They just want to travel the world. Yeah. So for them, that is what satisfaction is. That is what, like, I'm a filmmaker, I'm making movies, I'm traveling the world. That is it. Some people will come and they will really want to make money. It depends on what the kind of film you really want to tell. Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say?
So there's different reasons.
There are different reasons why people make movies. And if you really want to make movies, like what are you putting in place to make movies? I feel like before we even go on set to roll, one thing that, I mean, I've worked behind the scenes with producers a lot, and one thing that Ghanaians or most Ghanaian producers like do not really get right is even before we roll, we need to have distribution. Where is this film going to end up? Where are the marketers? You get me?
So the structure isn't there.
Like, first, it needs to be
so Prudent.
We know.
What I'm trying to get Prudent to understand, because honestly, I think I agree to some extent. Yeah. For example, in the music industry, we've always said, oh, artists are not making as much money, Charlie. We see them after so many years in the game. We thought they were rich, so to speak. But that doesn't mean they're going to stop making the music. So if we say to the movie, don't you think it's not fair? Don't you think it's not fair to the actors to say, oh, if there's no money in it, then don't do it?
What I'm saying is that the structures may not be there. It's not even there. The structures are not there. Let me just make it straight. The structures are not there. But I'm saying that the structures are not there doesn't mean that we.
What would you say are the structures that should be there?
Oh, of course, there should be distribution. There should be more cinemas to premiere.
So that's why there's no money.
I'm saying, like,
there's no money. That's why. I mean, that's what. Listen, what he said is, I don't think he said he was never paid. That's no. Let's just.
What he said is,
look like you can't use that money So do something substantial with yourself. That's why he said he couldn't even use it to buy a car.
But then again, it's a bigger problem than what
Mr. Eko Blankson said.
I think you should have listed the issues.
No, listen, it's a bigger problem than what Eko Blankson is saying.
The
Ghanaian movie industry, for the movie industry to get to a space where people could go like, oh, okay, so for Jason is an actor, Jason is going to make money off acting, people should be able to disclose figures. If I'm able to tell you that, oh, I made this movie with 500,000 CDs and I was able to make 300, I was able to make like 2 million, 4 million. It's lucrative to investors. Investors want to come and go like, okay, so I'm giving you this, let's make movie. You feel me? But then we don't disclose figures. We don't disclose how much, and like that's where it starts from.
The thing is, okay, let me give you an example. If Joe Wackle, right, wants to call someone to do a movie, or any other producer or director wants to call someone to do a movie, and they're not being paid, again, it doesn't mean they're not going to do it. In retrospect, doesn't that also affect the arts? Because it's like,
why are you not being paid?
Because a lot of people are complaining that they're not being paid.
Why are you not being paid?
Because there's no money in the system. Isn't that what we're being told?
No, I don't know. I mean, why are you not being paid? It's your work. If it's your work, if there's no money in the system, you could shelf it till there's money in the system. But I just feel like payment also differs. It depends on the agreements. You don't know the agreement between these actors and these producers. Sometimes when you talk about payment, it goes beyond monetary value. You get it. There are different ways you could be paid for a project. You get it. You could own percentage. You could arrive at okay, fine. I get to get like a producer's right, executive producer's right. There are different ways. As an actor, you feel like okay, so this producer wants to use me because of my numbers, because of my social currency, because I'm like a Blankson. I've been in the industry for this very much time. So if you really are coming and you can't give me this X amount that I'm asking for, then like for my social currency, fine, you can do it for this, but then when the film comes out, I like respectfully deserve this, or do I get to have this?
Jack, have you ever heard of experiences or know anyone who's been through an example I gave, maybe not being paid well or not being paid at all?
Bro, I mean,
since you've been in it?
It also comes with like the issue of money. People like, not just the film industry, but then Ghanaians in general, we don't talk about money, we don't disclose money. When was the last time you told another producer in a different station how much MX pays you? If you know that, okay, I'm being underpaid. If you know that, you know that. So like people are just walking around and then you do not know, like there's no standard fees and we don't talk about money. Like the issue is like just deeper than just an industry thing. It's a cultural thing where people don't talk about money. So this director will call this actor, and if I give you X amount, if I give you Y amount, or X plus Y, you just take it because there is no standard.
So is something like this affecting the passionate side of the acting?
I'm not an actor,
do you think
so I just feel like as a filmmaker, it's really affecting the entire industry. It will affect the entire industry because there should be, if figures are there, bro, it will be very lucrative. Numbers are like super
So
lucrative.
as a viewer, you're not an actor, you're not a writer, producer. What do you think about the movie industry right now? Because yesterday, again, when Ramesh was here, we spoke about Kumawood. You know, Eko Blankson even said that NAFTI should use Kumawood as a case study. And I think, again, he was alluding to the fact that it was so good. And what's the problem? Can we learn from the problems? As a viewer, what do you think about the movie industry?
I think the structures must be put in place. We should make sure that this Actors Guild and all these things, they should really represent the people for their purpose, why it was set up. You know, this Actors Guild was supposed to be the mouthpiece for the people, the actors, the creatives to leaders. But rather, it looks like it's become politicized and all that, and they are not able to really speak for them. So I think they should put in the right place. There should be a rate card for even a lead character, a supporting character and all that. With that, you know that this is the role I'm playing. You should know all these things, and then I think with that, people will be very happy.
So exactly, if these structures are not there.
But I'm saying,
and I mean, sometimes it's not even these structures are not there. He did mention the Actors Guild, the Producers Guild. I mean, to make these structures lucrative for the young ones or for the people who are now like taking space, right? We should know what is available. What does this structure give me? Okay, I'm a member of Actors Guild. I'm a member of Producers Guild. What do I get? What's the incentive for me? Where can I go to for help? Like, is there anything that's out there apart from just being here? Who do we go to? Court, something. Yeah, it's not just about being like here. You have it like in black and white. There's this guild.
And you know the funny thing, even these leaders are the same producers who are the same people. Who
Bro, I do not know this funny thing.
I'm just saying.
So yeah, tell me. So let me please tell me the funny thing.
Tell me. The people who lead these are the same people in the industry, so they know the loopholes. They know how to fix it.
So the whole point is that for every loophole that is fixed, right? For every loophole that is fixed, some money is taken out of someone. If the system works, someone is losing. Simple as
So
that.
let me ask you this: with what Mr. Eko Blankson has said, would it deter you from getting into the movie industry?
Of course, I will never allow my son to go into acting. He's been around for so many years, and he's telling us
exactly.
But then some people have also been around
because the thing is
lesser than he is, and they are making a lot of money.
So basically,
but then for me, I'll just
like again in his statement, we're going to go to the next story. But again, I just want to be clear. In his statement, he said that most of his money is from corporate gigs and stuff he's doing. Probably maybe he's acting because he's passionate about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
so we can't say the legends that we see is all from movies. Probably they have businesses, you know, they have insurances they made apart from the movies. But again, I think this story came up because it's like when somebody who has been in an industry for so long says this, there's something we should look at.
It's scary. It's scary because there's someone who has been there for so long, and then like out of all these years, like it seems like there is the only way they know how to do something, and it doesn't work. So it's really scary for like the people who are still working.
Remember when we spoke about Sam Ajetifi, I told you that our big fathers, those guys who were early before we came in, were more interested in acting, and that was it. They were not thinking about the business aspect of it. But it looks like the new guys on the block, we are thinking about the money, we want to be paid. We are leveraging the acting to other corporate bodies, endorsement deals, MCing gigs. And you can see an actor who is now a presenter who is now producing a movie and all that, shooting commercials and all that. So I think their time, I think the education...
Things have changed.
No, but you know, also we need to, in having this conversation, I just feel like for every single time, we need to really acknowledge our privilege, because like we are privy, we could be in your room and just be creating content every day, and like you are outside of the world. So
I think you know this conversation, when you guys come, we're gonna discuss more how, you know, other avenues like TikTok is it like differing from the movie industry, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that another day. It's always good to get young talents, you know, their opinions, you know, and their ideas about these things we talk about. Now, the Creative Arts Agency is set to propose an arts education bill to Parliament. First of all, when you hear something's going to Parliament, you know, or bills are going to be proposed, or something is going to be happened, you know, to help the industry, the creative arts industry. Are you like, do you trust these things? Because we've heard a couple of times, Joe Wackle.
Bro, me, first of all, when I hear that anything is going to Parliament, I just see it as a really big, interesting political comedy, because like I love it. Like I love watching I love watching our politicians, because you just listen to them and it feels like they are like really out of touch with what the average person is going through. You feel me? Sometimes you listen and go like, bro, do these people live here with us? And truly, they do not live here with us. They do not.
Like what's happening on the street?
Yeah, what's happening on the street is really different from what's really happening there. So now, really, I really love it whenever we have to really watch Parliament. It's disheartening, but then again, it's hilarious as well.
So. Now, she said, I'm hoping that we have some sort of proposed bill before the end of the year to be implemented. And she added that we found that we don't have the practitioners who are actually trained with the industry itself, but there are separate teachers and not really creative arts teachers. So I think that's what Joe Wackle is touching on.
Well, last time
a bit. Is
this what?
A step in the right direction to hear that someone who's there saying that we need the right people in the right places?
Yeah, we need the right people in the right places. I mean, this also becomes like an avenue in the creative art industry. Yeah, okay, so you're a writer or you're a screenwriter. You do not necessarily have to write or make films. You could be in the classroom, teach other people how to make films. We talk about the creative or the film industry, right? But then what we forget is that there is no like ecosystem in the film industry. When you talk about the film or creative industry, I hope they are not talking about just actors. I hope they are not talking about just singers. But then they are talking about set designers. They are talking about costume designers. They are talking about painters, sculptors. They are talking about like caterers. They are talking about like other art forms. Because it really gets disheartening if you're a lover of the art, or if you're passionate, or you're creative, and you sit. Every time you hear people talk about like creative art in Ghana, it's just actors and musicians.
That's true.
And like sprinkled on like a few like TV, radio personalities. But I feel like the creative art is bigger than that. Like if every
it seems like we're focusing on the wrong things. Like
I don't think we are focusing on the wrong things. Like it's equally important, right? But then there are more important things that we should focus on as well. You get me? It's important, but then there are other important things.
I think the highlight should cut across.
I mean, she also said that she spoke to the Minister of Education, and he felt we need to tackle teacher training first, but also first with our industry players. You know, I mean, again,
I'm sure the next thing they will say is that industry players who wants to teach, they should go for teacher training colleges.
Because it wouldn't be bad to see Joe Wackle teaching a couple of people.
No. Do you know why it won't happen? Do you know why it won't happen? Do you know why
it wouldn't happen, Joe? It might happen.
These people really have to make these decisions. No matter what I'm bringing to the table, I'm a dreadlock man with earrings.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, it's kind of, again, the word I want to use is scared to hear. Because if you're not going to have someone teach or train who's good in the art, because he has dreads, because he has tattoos or piercings. We're not talking about the person, we're talking about the art. Can we separate the art from the person? Is that our problem, do you think, Joe? Because it seems like you've had some personal experiences. Have you ever had some personal experiences?
I've had, like, you know this now. Why? You know
No, I'm just supposed to ask the question. I mean, Prudent, what do you think? To hear someone who's deeply invested in his art say this, what do you think?
You know, creative art is a culture. It's a lifestyle. It's a craft. So for them, let's look at the work that they are going to be giving out, not the physical appearance.
I mean, that's just one side of a big
because we have
thing,
people
right?
in America who are lawyers, who have locks and all, the doctors who are, and they're doing very well in their various fields. When it comes to the creative, they shouldn't politicize, they shouldn't make it look like, and you know, dress well, whether you know, wear suits. Make you take that one out and just focus on the people who are really abreast with the education on that space or field.
Yeah, because I think there's like an incredible.
And they shouldn't bring anything like teacher training.
Imagine you had started, you had been in front of the camera since you were like in 2nd grade. You know how incredible you'll be by now.
Yeah.
Of course, the more experience, the more practice.
That's why previously I used, are we focusing on the wrong things? Because again, I feel like we are focusing on some of the wrong things. The message, we know the message we want to send across, but we're not sending that message across.
By the wrong thing, like, what do you mean by the wrong thing?
When I say focusing on the wrong things, again, we're looking at the person, not the art.
Yeah.
Again, we have people talking about these things, but we don't have the creatives because, let's be honest, this part of the world, we're not going to call a 16-year-old, you know, stand in front of a crowd full of adults to talk because you're 16 years old.
I just feel like the creative arts, right, happens to be like the only industry where people who do not practice this form of art feel like they know this form of art more than the people in the arts.
Who actually
people who have never in a day, like people who have never in a day made a film will tell you how a film should be made. People who've never in a day seen a studio have like all the right language to tell you that, oh, for here you should have gone that. Oh, bro, enter the studio. You get me? Someone who has never really, it feels like is the only art form where everyone is able to just, it's open invitation to condemnation. And then that's where we are.
What do you think? We should have more young people part of these, because again, we're talking about.
And you know when you have young people teaching, the young people who are being taught will be easy to go with them. You know, when there's a young person standing next to me and there's no maybe some older man or something, I can feel that I can go to him after class.
The truth is that, right? We're all sitting here, but do you know what is so real?
What's
generational gap. Like you can't get someone who's like 40-something year teaching a Gen Z something. But the generational gap doesn't make sense. It doesn't, because first of all, you don't even understand them.
Like the experiences are different. Because we're on our phones at 10 years old now.
What you think is like our culture is not a culture to someone who's...
Joe, one thing I always love to use, one phrase is healthy conversations. Now, for example, this topic we're talking about, creative arts bill and everything, I think it's a healthy conversation, but are the right people included in that conversation? You know, like I'm saying, like, why don't they have a Joe and a Jason and include in that conversation?
Tell them, bro, tell them.
Yeah, but
you know, we should be there.
Of course,
we should be out signing the bill.
Bro, this bill in Parliament, people should bring proposals, people should bring contributions and all that, so that we can just make it better. But when we leave it to the Education Committee in Parliament, these are...
Yo, bro,
so I'm going to set up a conference. When I've said this, I want the actors, the producers, the DJs, the MCs, the people in the suits.
Exactly.
Let's say the people in the suits to sit there.
The people.
And us with the haircuts and the dreads to be on one corner. Let's hash it out. Let's hash it out. Now, again, these are healthy conversations we try to have here, because we know there are people in the creative arts industry who are going through a lot. People are ending their journey personally because they feel like it's going nowhere. And if you look at other industries in other parts of the world and the money the creative arts industries generate in terms of tourism, the culture, the fashion, it's crazy. Look at Year of Return. That's creative arts, you know. That's what's happening. So again, we're going to continue to have these conversations. But one thing I said earlier on is supporting our own. And we went to support Kwesi Arthur at his album launch.
No, that wasn't an album. It was a private album listening.
But it was a listening session.
Down. He wants to tell it's exclusive. It's a private album.
Okay.
So if you were there,
I was there.
I was there too.
You were there. I thought it was a launch. Tell us about it.
It was a private album listening. You guys have been wearing Kwesi to drop the album. So today the album is actually out, but then before that there was a private listening session with we.
Oh, so the listening was before the launch. My bad.
Yeah. So it was industry players shared their opinion on the album. And then for us to get to know the album before it's released, because we'll be on telly, we'll be on radio, we'll talk about it. So it feels good for us. It feels good for us to have a feel of it before the general public gets to listen to it. Because right now, I've listened to the album. I've asked him some few questions. Why he chose this person, why he chose that person. So maybe when a regular person calls in and say, I don't like this guy, why did Kwesi put Tenny on the album? I think Tenny, I can tell you that no, Kwesi feels the vibe with her. Kwesi feels like it's all right to have a Nigerian person on the song and all that. So yeah, it was good. It was a very good event. It happened at Barbados, around airport area there. Great event. Everybody was there. You guys should have been there too.
I mean, we're going to talk a bit more about the event because again, you were there.
He was there, bro.
But Joe Wackle, how does it feel to see like a young brother, so consistent and being supported? Because the place was packed, per what I saw.
No, I mean, for me, straight up, for the first thing I noticed about albums or music is the artwork. So I just saw the artwork and I was like, okay, fine, I'm sold for this. And then when he dropped there was this teaser that he dropped. The church. Bro, So I was expecting, I was expecting like a really, really
it's good. It's a good album.
hardcore hip hop rap. Kwesi Arthur.
50. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
That's not what it is.
It's not really.
That is not what it is.
But it's Afrobeat.
There's something for everyone, basically. It's like, there's something for everyone.
Okay, so you spoke about the artwork, and we have the one who designed the artwork. I think we have him via Zoom because we have to big him up for, such a creative. We're doing our job.
That's me. That's me, bro.
Wait. Okay. So let's hello. Can you hear me? I think you have to unmute, my brother. I think you muted. Yeah, look for it and unmute for us, please. Hello, can you hear us? Okay, so you can hear us? You can hear us, but we can't hear you. I don't know, you have to unmute. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to come back to you. My producer, we're working on it. But, Joe, let me ask you this. How important, is an album cover, the styling, the hairstyle? It seems like it's like 80% and the music is 20%. I'm not saying the music is not significant, but so much comes into play. All these things build up the artist. What do you think about that?
I mean, for me personally, album artworks mean a lot to me because if you grew up in my age will be showing here. If you grew up in the 90s and you buy cassettes and CDs, right? If I would buy a cassette or CD, it has to be about the album art for me. And I feel like it progressed with us into the digital age where you could just be scrolling through your phone and you see this art and you go like, oh, what is this? Let me see. So I just saw, like, every time I've really fallen in love with the song, it's either from a movie or an artwork. So when I saw Kwesi Arthur's artwork, I was just ready for this album. So I had to stay up. I stayed up all night just to be able to just have my first lesson at the album, just because the artwork was so promising.
It was.
It's so important. It's equally important because it's a visual representation of the song. We can hear the song, but then if we should see the song, what does it look like? What does it look like? And the artwork did capture everything.
Kwesi is actually good with artworks. I don't remember Life from Nkrumah Chrome.
Life from Nkrumah Chrome was also really wild. So.
It always represents Kwesi and where he comes from.
One thing I love about Kwesi dropping an album is, especially this part of the world, I've had, pundits say, we hold on to something, then we let it go. We've spoken about, like, Azonto here, we've spoken about drill music, and hoping that we hold on to these things. So I think even for Kwesi and his fan base, since he's began, for him to be doing what he's doing now, we have to big him up for that.
Exactly,
bro.
It's not easy. Like, and to even drop an album. That's the thing. Prudent, what do you think about this? Because it's not just, it's an album, like a collaboration of songs. So much has gone into it.
I spoke to most of the people who actually helped in this album, and they told me that, look, this album is a representation of hard work, dedication, and details. Kwesi was very particular about this album, and we all know this album. We've been waiting for this album for more than a year.
Wow.
And for all you know, this is Kwesi's first debut album. This is Kwesi's first album. All we've been seeing are EPs. And this is his album, so we should know that he's really ready for it.
He's in a different space, right?
Yeah, a 15-track album, and I'm very, very sure he's not going to leave this album to the mercy of his fans.
Yeah, I also feel like people should be able to.
I'm not supposed to say this name, but then I think last month I spoke to Tabel, his DJ. He told me the album is ready way back. But the reason they've not released it is they're trying to sell some deals.
Bro, insiders info. When
insiders info. When I put in the house,
bro.
So it looked like they want that again, the business aspect of them. They are not in a hurry to drop the album. They just want to sell
the fans.
Listen, this bro is making it sound like we're into some shady deal.
No, they actually, you know,
corporation.
We go events, man.
We go to events.
But I also think the audience should be able to allow it to breathe, because like as artists, like different projects represent like different phases in their lives. If an artist decides to do hip hop for like a particular project and this okay, for the next one I'm hitting gospel, people should really be
waiting for Kendrick Lamar for how long?
Bro.
Some of us are really greedy. So I think we have my man back via Zoom. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, finally. How you doing, man?
I'm great. How are you?
Charlie, I'm good, man. We're going to get straight to it. Thank you for making time for us, my brother.
Thank you for having me, man.
Nice one.
So we're going to talk.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the artwork, you know. But for you, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are and what you're about.
Okay, so my name is Kobe Martin. I was born and raised in Ghana. I had my basic education in Ghana from primary school to secondary school. So I went to University Primary School, which is in Legon, and then from there I went to Persec, where I studied visual arts.
Cool.
And then I was meant to go to Tech in I think around 2009. Okay. But there were some complications and I didn't get accepted because I didn't have the required grades. Okay. Because I wasn't an academic, if that makes sense. But I was more of a creative. Yeah. Do you get on? So because of that, they failed to realize how good I was. Because I think in Ghana, the educational system, they put monkeys and fishes in the same class. Do you get what I'm saying? Where they expect the monkeys to swim and the fishes to climb the tree.
Wow, that's deep. We've actually been discussing something of that sort just before you're saying this, and it's interesting, you know. Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you so much for being open and honest, because with these type of things, you're inspiring so many people who are listening to you now who want to do visual arts, who want to get into the creative business, and I'm sure you're again representing a lot of voices. But that has led, you know, all these struggles and believing in yourself led to you working with Kwesi Arthur and, you know, designing something dope. How did that come about, man?
Oh, man. So I know Kwesi's manager, Glenn Cho. Okay. And we go way back in, you know, like back here in the UK. So we met in 2015, and he was living here. He was born here actually, and then he told me he was gonna go. He's moving to he's going to Ghana, but when he goes to Ghana, he's gonna start a franchise or like a record label. We hadn't talked about the name yet, but it's what you have now, which is Roundup Charlie. Okay. Do you get what I'm saying? He told me about this incredible kid that he had found back at home in Ghana, and this was Kwesi at that time. So you know he mentioned that he was gonna start the record label with this kid, you know, and this was in 2015. And at that time, I was here. I was doing my masters. I was trying to figure things out as well creatively. Yeah. I remember mentioning to him that like when it gets to that time to work on Kwesi's debut, I want to be the one to do that. So that conversation started in 2015. It wasn't just now. And when Kwesi came to the UK and I met him, I built a brotherly relationship with him because he was in and out of the UK. You know, so every time he came, I was with him. And we bonded over, you know, conversations of family and music and just the love for the art form. Do you get what I'm saying? So every time I was with him, I was getting to know him. I was getting to know how he's a very humble dude, but don't take his kindness for weakness, because Kwesi can rap.
Yeah.
You know, Quincy can rap, and you know, it's a testament to what he's released now.
Yeah.
You know, so the design process was just not what you're seeing now.
Yeah, tell us about it. What does the cover represent? Like, because we see a lot of stuff. You know, we see fire in the background. We see Quincy, of course, in the middle. Beautiful ladies dancing. I see the blue skies. I'm sure, like, even the birds in the sky, right, represent something. You know, I see kids. Seems like a mother going through something. On the other side, topless kids, and in the back, like, what does this artwork represent? Why this artwork?
So it was. For me personally, it was to capture Kwesi's essence. Do you get what I'm saying? It was to capture. Kwesi comes from a humble background. Do you get what I'm saying? And the inspiration for me was to capture Kwesi's essence, just hearing conversations and just talking to him every day. But then again, I also took reference from the Bible, and that's where the main inspiration is from, son of Jacob. And if you look within the album cover, there are 12 subjects over there, and every subject within the painting represents a phase in Kwesi's life.
Yeah.
You know, and it also represents how Kwesi's music is relatable to all ages, from the old to the young. Do you get what I'm saying? And the lot of chaos behind him is basically also represents the gamble you have to take in life. Do you get what I'm saying? Because there is no corner in Ghana where you would turn to where you wouldn't see a lot of chaos.
Yeah,
just like
true.
In every corner in Ghana there is a church. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, the Bible in his hand, it's so many layered conversations within the painting. But then again, it's art, and art is subjective. So everyone is allowed to have their take on it.
Yeah.
You know, this was my take when I listened to the music, because I listened to the album in 2000, and the album was finished in 2018, but obviously it had to be mixed and mastered. So I heard that album way long ago.
Wow.
You know, but obviously I was listening to it constantly.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Big Homie Flea, shout out to Glenn Show, Ralph Rockboy, Scanty, Wafa Yao, everybody that
was. Are you open to working with like more artists? Like, because I'm sure like a lot of people are going to reach out to you.
Most definitely, bro. Like, I be Ghana boy, Charlie.
Yay.
Yeah, I be Ghana boy.
Nice one, man.
So, like, I'm just here to sponge everything I can, and then eventually come back to Ghana and start a foundation for the kids and do something. Do you get what I'm saying? Because as we day here because we want to make Ghana a better place. Everything that's happening in Ghana, I know about, I hear about. You get the vibe. So me being here is to better myself and come back and eventually do something to help. I'm open to working with all artists.
Nice.
You know, not just Kwesi, not just, you know, all the big, you know, all the big artists that are doing it, like the underground artists as well.
Yeah, nice.
You know what I mean? Let's collaborate. Let's work. You know what I mean?
Most def. We have a lot of artists watching this, so I know a lot of people are going to reach out to you. I'm sure when you come to Ghana, we're definitely going to have you on here, man, and talk to you in person.
For sure.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thank you so much for
happen,
talking to me. Most definitely. We'll stay in touch. God bless you, my brother.
Thank you for having me. Peace.
Nice one. So now we have Kwesi's interview by the man. I mean, confirmed. He's been listening to the album since 2018. We got the links, right? We got the links. So guys, check out the interview.
We have sources right here.
With Kwesi. You've got our source. Check this out.
Okay, guys, man. So right now I'm here with the man of the moment, Kwesi Arthur. This is the private album listening session for Son of Jacob. Bro, what's up? Charlie, we've been waiting for this album for long, man. Charlie, how are you dealing with the pressure from us when we were waiting for the album?
Oh, like not the same, but we trust the process. Yeah, we always trust the process. So yeah, like we don't really feel on, but yeah, now it's out. So
what makes the timing right for the album now?
Because now we feel like it's complete and it feels good. So we let them out. That's why we feel like we have to let it go.
Real quick, how should we receive this album? How should we feel this album?
Well, I'm not going to tell you if I be yeah, you now if I see how you go do them, but we put one life into him. Like we love him. We we put work into it, you know, Bob. So I just hope say the message go resonate with the people and like it go play a part in everyone's life, you know, Bob. That's all we hope for. But yeah, they feel good to us. So
few features in there, man. What went to the selection of these artists on this song?
And well, most of the people on there, they are people that they like they love my music. I'm Hancho, he be somebody I've been listening to for a while. Adekunle Gold, he's been phenomenal like the past 2 years. They on the track could be my junior brother, could be really hard. Denny from Askamaya. Yeah, so all these people they like my music.
Finally, before you go, tell me, Ghanaians are excited about this album. What is your message to them?
Charlie, I would say thank you guys so much.
Well, Charlie, final comments before you guys leave me. Joe Wackle, anything you want to say, man?
Bro, let him say something.
I
like to pick on him.
Okay.
I'm very excited about this album. We've been supporting Kwesiata since day one, and then we are super excited. Finally, we have a body of work from Kwesiata. We are going to be jamming to the songs on the album. What's your favorite so far?
I haven't listened to the album.
Okay.
You were there. You didn't take me.
Don't mind.
What's your favorite?
See? My favorite?
You're asking me. Put me on the spot.
Drama.
Love this song.
Yeah, then that's my favorite too.
My favorite is
drama is dope. There was a lot of rap in it. So we wish him all the best. We want to see this album on Billboard and a whole lot of places.
Charlie, bro, thanks for having me here.
Thank you too,
I hope like the next time I come here, we'll be talking about how artists or how creatives are making money and not how they are not making money in their old age. And I just hope.
But the thing is, if they are not making money, how do we talk about them making money?
Bro, I hope. I just hope. That's what I'm just saying. I hope they're making money, bro. I just hope. Stop that, bro. How much is a wristwatch? I should be able to buy a wristwatch and live comfortably.
No mansions, bro.
How much is a wristwatch?
No mansions.
Bro, how much
thank
is
you
a
guys so much for
wristwatch?
coming. We actually got another guest coming. This is a new music video. Someone who I'm also a very big fan of, and I'm glad he's here. See, these artists, do you know what I love about them? The creative aspect of their music videos, which is in this video, like the sculptures. Okay, I can't really say, but I guess you guys know what I'm talking about. Krymi, this is a new music video. Enjoy.
Baby, yeah. See, you do like you know like, but you like him. Shade on me be number one lover right now. So give me that number, make her write down. Oh, the way you grind, make her stand attention. Freaky things give me tension. See this one, go for be on a Genesis. It go for be on a Genesis. I like the way you be naughty. Oh girl, you be naughty, girl. Oh no, you be naughty, girl. The way you do, be naughty, girl. I like the way you be naughty. Oh no, you be naughty, girl. No, you be naughty, girl. The way you do, be naughty, girl. Baby, hold up, girl, you got me addicted to you, hold up. Share how you the sequence, my feelings so good. Oh girl, you massacre me and my defense, oh yeah. In my Range Rover, baby, give me a be bad man soldier. If you tire, make we can change over. Bend down, make us suck your soda. Hey. In my Range Rover, baby, give me a be bad man soldier. If you tire, make we can change over. Suck your soda. I like the way you be naughty. Oh girl, you be naughty, girl. Oh no, you be naughty, girl. The way you do, be naughty, girl. I like the way you be naughty. Oh no, you be naughty, girl. No, you be naughty, girl. The way you do, be naughty, girl. In my Range Rover, baby, give me a be bad man soldier. If you tire, make we can change over. Bend down, bring us up your soda. You do like you know like, but you like him. Shade on me be number one lover right now. So give me that number, make her write down. Oh in my Range Rover, baby, give me a be bad man soldier. If you tire, make we can change over. Make us suck your soda. I like the way you be naughty. Oh girl, you be naughty, girl. Oh no, you be naughty, girl. The way you do, be naughty, girl. I like the way you be naughty. Oh no, you be naughty, girl. No, you be naughty, girl. The way you do, be naughty, girl.
Yep, I have Krymi in the studio with me. That's his brand new music video. Charlie, how you doing? Let's just get
Charlie,
straight.
I'm awesome.
Looking fly as always.
I'm learning from
I see
you.
the new hair.
I know.
What's up with the hair? Tell me about the hair.
Yeah. So, you know, being a bit quiet for some time, I wanted to create a new Krymi, like, just be refreshing for the people. Yeah. So, hairstyle, music style. Like, I wanted it to be creative for the people. So that's
what a lot of people don't understand, I think, is the quiet time is as important as the creative process.
Exactly.
Why did you think it was necessary for you to take some time off to yourself, and why did you do that?
Yeah, so after I released Party Bay,
which was massive.
I actually lost my dad within the same time. So it was, I think it was a bit of up and down here and there.
Condolences, man.
Yeah, thank you, bro. So I think it just came that, Charlie, I needed to take that break, sort some things out, especially musically, spiritually, myself, mentally. You need to, you know, like reset and put your things together. So I think that's what added to the a bit of cool time. But then we are still back on the band and making
you're
it
still
happen.
back. I mean, that again, that quiet time and everything you've been through, you know, it's led to the kind of music you make and put out, and it's led to this song.
Exactly.
You know, what I was saying off air before, I'm just gonna say, the ladies you guys in your videos, man, I'm very good with lights. Bro, I know how to hold cameras and stuff, so just give a brother a call. I'm gonna pull up. But tell us about this song, man, and why do you think this song right now for you? Because you could have probably released any other of your
other songs, and I have a lot. I think what people don't know is that I had a plan from last year to this year.
Okay.
If I tell you, I had three engineers that lost their hard drives.
Yo.
About 30 to 50 songs.
Your songs?
Yeah.
How?
So, you see, there has been some challenges here.
Yeah.
But you realize that Naughty was that song where I feel like, we're coming back. We're not letting that put us down. We're pushing hard. And big shout outs to my man, Gigs Beat.
Okay.
Yeah, Gigs Beat held me down. Charlie, we made magic happen. And we felt like, this is our comeback.
We're going to get a bit back to the song, but what keeps Krymi going? I mean, I always like to get into the minds of the people behind the music more so. What keeps you going? Is it the music? Is it the fans? Is it the art? Because it's not easy being out there. It's not an easy thing, you know?
I think it's everything combined. And let me explain. So, apart from the love for music, you should know that the people sort of makes you who you are, as in they are your customers, they patronize your music. So if you have the love from the people, keeps you going. Makes you feel like, these people are dependent on me. These are my family that they are dependent on me to give them good products. It also keeps you going. Apart from that, keeps you going.
Of course. I mean, that's the truth. And but one thing I like about you, you've always seemed to stay true to the art you make since day one. I mean, you have party songs, you have tempo songs, but why haven't you switched up for what everybody is doing? Why don't you just do what everybody's doing? You probably do drill tomorrow or something. There's nothing. But why have you always stayed true to yourself?
I think even though I know being a dynamic artist is good, you have to also stay true to yourself. I believe in music, when you speak your truth, that is when people understand. Nice. I can tell you my truth, which might be different from your truth, but when we say it together, they all make sense in their own way.
It's something you can't touch, but you feel it, right?
You feel it. You know that this is your truth. This is me. You get me? This is me expressing myself to the people, and that's how they believe what you are saying. You have to say it as you want to. Nice
one. It's good to always, as I just said, you know, to know the people behind the music. What makes them who they are, apart from the music? Because we always see the flashiness, the music videos, the ladies in the videos. So let's dive a bit more into Naughty. Tell us about the song. What's the song about? What's the song representing?
Yeah. So the song is about this lady who is naughty but doesn't want to show that she's naughty.
Okay. Is that a true story? Yeah, I like to ask, is it a true story?
Hello?
I mean...
Well, okay, technically, I've met people like that. Yeah, but I'm saying I'm a storyteller, so it's about a lady who is naughty, but she doesn't want to. So you can hear from the first verse, you do like you know like, but you like them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to all the ladies who do that out there, and tell us a bit about the music video, because you could have probably just stood anywhere and shot any video, but why this direction, direction for this video?
Huge shout outs to the video director Bold.
Okay.
Bold was the one who directed this, and his team, like,
bro, this video is clean.
It's clean,
bro. Like
the setup, like, bro, everything, everybody who came through. Big shout outs to everybody who came through. My boys came through to support. Big shout outs to Ryan. Big shout outs to Gigs Beat. The engineer was there with the guys, Sadat, them, Nateria, all the guys were there, and definitely the models. They came through prepared. Definitely the models. They came through prepared and everything. Made sure that they made it a success. I would say big shout outs to all of them, because it wasn't easy. We had to shoot everything within a day.
Wow.
Yeah, because
you shot this video in a day.
Yeah, in a day, because we hired a whole studio, and everything you saw there was brought from outside.
Wow.
Everything. So we had to recreate. Big shout outs to the creative director. Big shout outs to the props guys who
clean video,
who gave us the props. Everything, like, everybody came through with their A game.
How instrumental has a record label been to your success? Because it's also another discussion we've had on here, you know. Because you get a lot of young artists. Someone to be on a record label is difficult. For you individually, how instrumental again?
I would say that people know Krymi because I was signed to Highly Spiritual Music. Maybe I might have been a good artist, but because I was signed to Highly Spiritual Music, it was easy to learn some things, get some connects, some one or two things here and there. You realize that these things help you move faster, because the record label, it's their responsibility to make sure that your music sells. You get me? So it's easier. Maybe there are challenges here and there because of how some of the labels treat some of the artists in terms of finance, in terms of release dates, more release and stuff. But it's all communication. So I think it's because of my record label that people know me well this time.
Nice one, nice one. It's good to see your appreciation for your record label. And what's the plan moving forward? Because this song just came out. Is this going to lead to an album, an EP, more songs? Please tell us about it.
Definitely. So, like I said, last year we had a whole thing planned, and because of these issues, we weren't able to. So this year, we are bringing everything back, and more eyes. We're making sure that we're making sure that the album is planned properly, released, promoted. We're making sure that we put shows together for Krymi. I want to have a personal, intimate sessions with my fans. Apart from that, we'll venture into a lot of virtual communicative shows. And let the people be part of Krymi. And also, I'm trying to push my wings further. I'm looking at collaborating with outside artists and even inside artists. People think that as an artist, Charlie, you need to go outside. You need to reach out to the Europeans. You need to reach out to.
What's your take on that?
Sometimes, it's perfect. Sometimes, win your home first.
True.
Sometimes
I agree.
I believe you have to win your home first, because there are artists in the north that are big artists, but because we are myopic in our communication, we feel that, oh no, you have to enter Europe before you have to enter Europe.
I think the appreciation for our home and our people and our culture has to be more so. Basically,
most definitely, most definitely. So understanding the fact that you have to win your home first means you need to make sure that, I know some artists who are big, they've never been to Takoradi before, they've never been to Koforidua before, they've never been to some places in Ghana.
That's crazy because Ghana isn't even that big. I mean, looking at
no, you get me,
other countries,
so
like, you can actually do these things.
Exactly,
I mean.
exactly. I don't blame them though, because they feel the market is out there. People compare a lot to the Nigerian market because they are big. You get me? But the truth of the matter is, I feel win your home.
Yeah, I like
so
that.
yeah, so it's a plan that we've decided. Even though we want to reach outside, want to reach West Africa, want to reach entire Africa, want to reach Europe and everything. Let's win home. Let's move it gradually to West Africa, to Eastern Africa, entire Africa, and then let's move out.
You've said it all. You've said it all. Thank you so much for coming through. So this song's on all platforms?
All digital platforms.
YouTube,
everywhere.
out there. Please, guys, get the views up, support. Thank you so much again for coming. I know you're a very busy guy. We're definitely going to have him some more when the EP drops, when the album drops, when the next video drops. We're going to be at your concerts.
Back to back.
God bless you, my brother. Enjoy his new music video, Natty by Krymi.
You do like you know like, but you like them. She and me be number one lover right now. So give me that number, make her write them. Oh, da, da, da. The way you grind, make her stand attention. Freaky things, give me tension. See this one, could be on a Genesis. It could be on a Genesis. I like the way you be naughty. Oh, girl, you be naughty, girl. Oh, no, you be naughty, girl. The way you do, you be naughty, girl. I like the way you be naughty. Oh, no, you be naughty, girl. No, you be naughty, girl. The way you do, you be naughty, girl. Baby, hold up. Girl, you got me addicted to you, hold up. Share you the sequence, my feelings so good. Oh, girl, you massacre me and my defense, oh. Yeah. In my Range Rover, baby, give me a bad man soldier. If you tired, make we can change over. Bend down, make a suck your soda. In my Range Rover, baby, give me a bad man soldier. If you tired, make we can change over. Make a suck your soda. I like the way you be naughty. Oh, girl, you be naughty, girl. Oh, no, you be naughty, girl. The way you do, be naughty, girl. I like the way you be naughty. Oh, no, you be naughty, girl. No, you be naughty, girl. The way you do, be naughty, girl. In my Range Rover, baby, give me a bad man soldier. If you tired, make we can change over. Bend down, bring us up in your soda. You do like you know like, but you like them. She and me be number one lover right now. So give me that number, make her write them. Oh, da, da, da. In my Range Rover, baby, give me a bad man soldier. If you tired, make we can change over. You know, make her suck your soda. I like the way you be